How do you control the effect of information, such as knowing macroeconomic factors, or the anchoring effect of knowing stock prices?
Charlie and I are certainly, we read a lot, and we're interested in economic matters and political matters for that matter. And so we know a lot, or we're familiar a lot, I should say, with almost all the macroeconomic factors. That doesn't mean we know where they're going to lead. We don't know where zero interest rates are going to lead, but we do know what's going on if we don't know what is likely to.
Warren, there's a confusion here.
Oh.
It says microeconomic factors.
Oh, micro.
We pay a lot of attention to those.
Oh, yeah.
If you talk about
I'm
macro,
sorry.
we don't know any more than anybody else.
Yeah, he summed it up. In terms of the businesses we buy, and when we buy stocks, we look at it as buying businesses, so they're very similar decisions. We try to know all, or as many as we can know, of the microeconomic factors. I like looking at the details of a business, whether we buy it or not. I mean, I just find it interesting to study the species, and that's the way you do study it. So I don't think there's any lack of interest in those factors or denying the importance of them. So am I getting at this question or not, Charlie?
Well, there hardly could be anything more important than the microeconomics. Yeah. That is business. Business and microeconomics are sort of the same term.
I guess
microeconomics is what we do, and macroeconomics is what we put up with.
Yeah. The anchoring effect, I mean, how do you deal with that as well?
Well, we're not anchored with what we're ignoring.
I see.
But Charlie and I are the kind that literally find it interesting in every business. We like to look at microfactors. When we buy a See's Candy in 1972, there may have been 140 shops or something. We'll look at numbers on each one, and we'll watch them over time, and we'll see how third-year shops behave in the second year. And we really like understanding businesses. It's interesting to us, and some of the information is very useful, and some of it may look like it's not helpful. But who knows when some little fact stored in the back of your mind pops up and really does make a difference. So we're fortunate in that we're doing what we love doing it. I mean, we love doing this like other people like watching baseball games, and which I like to do too. But just the very act, every pitch is interesting, and every movement, whether the guy's, a double steal is interesting or whatever it may be, and so that's what our activity is really devoted to, and we talk about that sort of thing.
And we try and avoid the worst anchoring effect, which is always your previous conclusion. We really try and destroy our previous ideas.
Charlie says that if you disagree with somebody, you ought to be able to state their case better than they can.
Absolutely.
And at that point, you've earned the right to disagree with them.
Otherwise, you should keep quiet. It would do wonders for our politics if everybody followed my system.